Hello, good evening. So here we are with our everyday show of Facebook Live, LinkedIn Live, even YouTube Live. So we are on a mighty journey. The journey is 5,000 word bank challenge. Now this is a mighty challenge. It will take us approximately 5 to 6 months. We will go on and on. The show will go on. So just gird up your loins, tighten your belts, get your notebook and a pen and a highlighter. Yes, it helps to highlight the words you think are different, you think they need more attention from you. So sit with your notebook and a pen. As long I'll take a while to introduce myself. Be ready with your notebook and a pen. Okay? And then test how much you make the pace with my pace of 5,000 words. Okay? Let us see you. Fine. So I'll begin with who I am. Well, I'm Vinita Vora. I'm a coach, consultant, a designer, marketer, and yes, a dreamer. And I am on a mission to help the dreamers dream and implement their dream. Yes, it is from the mind to the hands, to the hands to the results. Yes. So first, get an idea, get a thought, the right thought. Even audacious dreams, boldacious dreams will do. Yes, dream. What is the dream if it is not audacious? What is the dream if it is mundane reality? No, get over it. So dream big, something big, gigantic, mammoth. Okay? So dream, and then we will talk about how to execute in your dreams. Everything is achieved on this very earth, this very planet. All the miracles that are happening around to real life people like you and me. They are made of blood and bones like you and me. They don't have horns, as Shakespeare would say. They don't have different ears. They don't have anything different from us. They are human beings like you and me. They need food, they need water, they need air to drink, air to breathe. So just like us. So if all those great big wigs could do it, you can do it. I can do it. Okay. So let's begin. Dream. If you're planning to work, study, or migrate abroad, dream. But then you have to prepare for your dream. And what is the dream? You have to learn English. Once you go out of the country, even within the country today, now the scene has changed. You can't just be happy with one language, your native language, or your uh, national language, whatever. You need to have a basket of languages. You need to have a treasure of languages. In fact, CBSE follows the three language formula now. You have to know three languages, yes? So English happens to be your second language more often than not. Many of the times, English is your ESL, English is your second language. So let's build on, start learning English ESL. Okay, so how do we begin a language proficiency? Major task is to build up your word bank, your vocabulary. That is the first step. It's not everything. There is world beyond. There are steps beyond that. This is just teeny weeny step, the first step. So you got to pick up a strong, robust vocab. Then you have to get into the practice of getting them on your tongue, of getting them settled on your mouth, because any language needs a different set of twisting and the usage of your mouth muscles. So your mouth, your everything has to get used to that kind of pronunciation, that kind of language. It may seem a little odd in the beginning, but as you go on, practice makes everyone perfect. No skill ever comes via theory or a notebook. Okay, every skill has to be practiced, has to be learned. So right now, I'm on my spree of collocations. Okay, this is my second week running into collocations. I personally feel if you go language learning with collocations, the road becomes easier. Collocations give you fluency. They they give you more agility. They give you a better flow if you start with collocations. Just learning one word there as a vocab will be too disjointed. You need to have context, you need to have situations, you need to employ them, use them. Only then the language learning becomes fun and effective. So, on my collocations drive, yesterday I did 30 words with you, 30 collocations with you, 10 words, 3 collocations to each word. I'm going to repeat that. I have another set of 10 words as your vocabulary words, and 10 into 3, 30 collocations. We are going to proceed with 30 today. So if you are ready, you will really change your word bank by plus 30. So get going. And as I'm talking to you, you must have noticed I'm revisiting, reviewing many of the words which we have done in the past, because you have to have a recall or a recollection. In case any word you miss or you don't understand, please make a note of it. You may go to my past videos, you may listen to my past videos, you may recap, or just go straight to the dictionary or the Google group. Okay, every answer is there. So you can go to that, find that new word out. Don't let it pass. Don't let any word remain a stranger to you. Make friends with words. Don't let them be just acquaintances. Make them your friends. Only then you'll be able to talk in a friendly manner with them, and that's how your English fluency gets set up. Okay, so we continue with our collocations today, and as I share my screen with you, be ready with your pens and notebooks. Yeah. Okay. So yesterday we did this: hostile, flout, incentive, jarring, jargon, keenly, nuance, probability, unanimously, vaguely. Words we did 10, 3 collocations to each word. Now today we continue with the next 10. Okay. There'll be repetition of one, that is tend to avoid, tend to favor, tend to focus, and then threaten. Threaten, you all have heard this word. So threaten is to express an intention to harm or cause damage. So when somebody threatens you, it could be verbal threat or any kind of threat. So that is they express the intention, they showcase that they mean to harm you or damage. Then how can you use it in collocations? You threaten violence, you threaten action, you threaten stability, you threaten anything. People can be threatened with anything. You threatened with your job. So anything can be a threatening situation. Next, uh, whopping. What is whopping? Oh God, 5,000 verb bank is a whopping amount to think of. Okay, so whopping, you can guess, very large. It is impressive in size or amount. It's a big deal. So whopping amount, whopping success, whopping increase, whopping vocabulary, whopping word bank. Okay, big deal. Next is analyze, to examine something in detail. So what do you do when you analyze? You go into the details, you kind of dissect it, you unbreak it, you unfold it, you open it to see what is it all about. That is the analysis. So you can analyze data, you can analyze results, you can analyze trends, you can analyze your answer, you can analyze your performance. In IB exam, you're expected to analyze a thought, a situation, or a picture. So whatever it is, that is, you break it, you defragment, and then you study what each part is made up of and how it is contributing to the major whole. That is the verbal analysis or textual analysis. Next, we go to variable, something that is liable to vary or change. Now, variable usually comes in maths. So you guys must be familiar with the word variable, but variable can be taken up in many other contexts or situations. For example, the dependent variable, the variable rate, the variable weather. So there are so many variable situations, variable contexts. So everything changes. So that is variable. Derived, obtained or developed from a source. So you derive from, you derive benefit, derive value. I hope my daily lives are able, you are able to derive some value from my daily life. I hope you are able to derive your English learning with my daily lives. Okay, so you derive something, you call out, you get it, you obtain, you derive. Okay, so derive. Then predict. Now, predict is should be a common word. Everyone one must have heard it. Predict is to forecast or estimate future events. So, with the heat going up, monsoons are predicted early, or monsoons are predicted to happen so and so date. So, predict is to forecast, predict outcomes. Hard work does predict a successful outcome. Predict behavior. Some people are so predictable, you know how they will behave in a situation. So predictable behavior. Predict trends. Okay, with the technology now, everyone is there on social media, everybody is out there. So you predict the trend. Social media has come to stay in a big way. Everybody is out there on social media. You predict a trend. Then conflict, a serious disagreement or argument. You run into conflict with your friends, with your family members, even in your work, even at your workplace. So conflict doesn't mean you got to end up of our relationships. Conflict just means a disagreement over something. So it could be argument, it could be disagreement. So there should be a conflict resolution, conflict of interest, armed conflict. So these are various situations. A conflict of interest, that is uh, your rival. So there is a conflict of interest. He wants that, you want that, you want that. So there is a conflict of interest. Then armed conflict, that is weaponry is used and there is a armed conflict, or there is conflict resolution. So actually, this is kind of oxymoron: conflict and then resolution. Okay, so whenever there is a conflict, there should be inbuilt mechanism of resolution accompanying it. It is for you to see it. It is for you to cull it out, to derive it, substantiate, to provide evidence or proof to support a claim or argument. So you substantiate. I'm substantiating that we can learn 5,000 word bank by coming live to you every day with a different set of words. We can do it. Substantiate claims, substantiate allegations, substantiate evidence. That means you have to give an evidence, you have to prove what you are talking about. That is to substantiate. To substantiate a toll claim. Allocate, to distribute resources or responsibilities for a specific purpose. Allocate resources, allocate funds, allocate time. Comprehend, covering all or nearly all elements or aspects of something. Comprehensive means in detail, including everything. So, comprehensive plan, a comprehensive approach, a comprehensive coverage. So, regarding language learning or vocabulary, I have taken a comprehensive approach into one word. We're sticking to phrases, we are sticking to collocations, we are going to stick to further. When I talk about adjectival phrase, verbal phrase, noun phrase, there's no end to it. Okay, so we will take a comprehensive approach of language learning. Contemporary. Contemporary means the current or modern, the trending, what is going on. So contemporary art, contemporary issues, contemporary design, contemporary clothing, contemporary marketing style, contemporary technology. It could be anything. Apprehend. Now, this should be new to some of you. Apprehend is to understand or grasp something, or to arrest someone. Two meanings, totally different. When you're arrested by the police, you're apprehended, you're taken into custody, or you understand or grasp something. I am unable to apprehend your intentions. So, apprehend. You apprehend the suspect, You apprehend the meaning, you apprehend the importance, you apprehend the lesson, you apprehend the vocabulary. Okay, you understand, you grasp. Okay, you catch it, you get it, you pick it up. Next is ambiguous. So this is the last word of the day. Open more than one interpretation or meaning. Ambiguous is basically that gives you a lot many meanings, which is not clear. So this can be confusing. In Shakespearean plays, especially the three witches, they always give an ambiguous answer, and the person thinks the villain or the hero thinks, wow, he's always alive. So there was ambiguity even in every vardhan or boon given to the mythological people. So what was the ambiguity? The real truth was hidden. So ambiguous is when you're open to more interpretations or meanings. Ambiguous statement, ambiguous term, ambiguous situation. Okay, so I will stop sharing right now and let us see. Wow, we are just in time. So, with this, I end my show today. I hope you were able to take down. If not, I'll put the link of my YouTube channel where I put all the resources. Okay, every day I put the resources there. So, you can just go there, copy them down in your notebook, date wise, memorize, use them, and do write in the comment box how many you're able to use in a day out of the 30 that we do talk about every day. If you go and sit down and take note, I use a lot more than 30 as my conversation with you carries on. So, what you get in writing in the resource is barely one fourth of what I give you live on the session when I'm talking to you, because it's temporarily, it comes naturally, and then you have to start to understand. So when I'm using new words and it's not there, you should be able to comprehend it. You should be able to apprehend it. Okay, you should be able to get it. So that is what we are working at, trying to build up your word bank, your comprehension, comprehensibility of English language, your apprehendability of your English language. Okay, I'll see you again tomorrow. So, another announcement: Sundays are reserved for my podcast. I always come with somebody, some guests to deliver some value. So, be ready for that also. I'll see you again tomorrow, approximately the same time, same platforms. Goodbye.